Hi everyone. I am using this YouTube video to introduce myself using the same template that I hope works for all of us. First, I want to tell you about my early life, and second, I want to tell you about my current life. So I was born into an Irish American family in Buffalo, New York. I was the oldest of three sisters. My mother and father were happily married for 61 years and died within a year of each other. I never had children, but I continue to be very close to my sisters and their children and their children. And the interesting thing is everyone but me works in some area of IT. My middle sister develops games and gamers. My younger sister wrote a book on Java that's a college level and teaches computer science. Their children are programmers. One actually works for Google, and I went a different path. I think the most challenging thing for me growing up influenced my career the most. My dad changed jobs because he was in the aerospace industry. So I attended 5 high schools starting in my freshman year. I laughed years later when I remembered that I actually wrote a paper in my senior year on the different personalities of my different high schools. Being able to identify the differences in their cultures really seemed to predict my future career as a consultant. So my current life. I live in Point Richmond on the Bay with my longtime partner, Brian Umeki. He bakes for Acme Bread, and he's a Tai Chi master with many classes. We met in the early 90s in an international dance troupe to perform throughout the Bay Area very successfully and toured Europe a few times. It really was a lot of fun. Currently, I maintain my own practice working with organizations that want to collaborate more effectively and with trainers and presenters who want to engage participants more effectively. I've generally done more than one thing at a time in my career. So besides consulting and training, another one has been teaching. And after many years of teaching at USF and at John F. Kennedy University, I transferred over to this MBA program to work with Marcia Rubin, who's the management department chair. May not be all of your department chairs. She's a colleague I greatly admire. And I'm very glad to be here, actually. I really enjoy you all as students, and I enjoy the work. One of my proudest career moments was successfully transforming a medical center where I worked for about 7 years. I helped the managers negotiate and follow internal service agreements among all the departments. The departments really were isolated and competing when I arrived, and this process that I designed and coordinated created a full-on collaborative model. It was my boss's idea, but I developed the infrastructure. And this network really continued to fix and heal itself after. It was kind of an amazing experience. This was so successful, it was designated as a regional initiative, and I eventually wrote 2 ebooks on how to create internal service agreements. I have a few exciting projects at this time, working with colleagues. A few that are coming up are international. I'm also writing a book on effective group member behaviors called Plays Well with Others. After teaching this for years and seeing how it transformed my students' abilities to be in and to run groups, I'm hoping that this book can help any group member become more effective and just generally make groups more productive and enjoyable. Less struggle, more doing. My goal for this course is to help you learn as much as you possibly can in this class so you can develop your own effective style of management. There's no cookie cutter approach here, and to become more of yourselves is what we're hoping for, more of yourselves effectively. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you and meeting the rest of you.